Hello, online crew. How are we today? I hope you're having a fabulous day, whatever part of the day it is for you. So, messenger bots. Do you know much about messenger bots? Have you thought much about messenger bots? Have you heard about them? Do you know what they actually are? Do you know how to utilize them? Do you know the advantages of having them in your business? Are you curious? That's what we're going to talk about today, is about messenger bots. And should you be paying attention and learning about them? Or is it just, a bit of a fad, a bit of a craze, and they don't really have much impact? So let's talk about that. Hello, Crystal. Good to see you on. Hello, Tara. Lovely to see you. I've got comments again. 2 days in a row. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. So we're going to talk about all things messenger bots. Well, not all things messenger bots, because there's quite a bit to messenger bots. But let me just explain to you a bit about what they are and how they can help you potentially in your business. Hey, Susan. Good to see you on. So as you are jumping on, please say hello. Put the palm tree down below. That's our little mascot here for our online crew community. If we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin and I am your online crew captain. So we have the most awesome online crew community. Hey, Jillian. And we are made up of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers. Hey, Mel. All of the above. And we are learning to leverage social media with modern online strategies to grow our business. So we really don't want to hassle anybody to buy anything off us. You don't want to wrestle anybody to the ground to join us in our business. We truly want to attract people to us online. So that's what we talk about here, which encompasses all things, social media and attraction marketing. And, one of those things is bots. And you may have seen them or been subject to them, or, you had messages sent to you through a bot. But let me just take a little step back and share with you sort of what they are, if you're a little bit confused, and how you can utilize them sort of in your business and whether they're going to be beneficial to you or not. So what a bot is, if you're not sort of aware, is just an automated messaging system, as such. So it means that you can include some automation in your business and take some of the grunt work out of replying to people, doing a post and having something at the end of it, like a call to action for something or a training or a PDF document or maybe a call with you, something like that. And you can have a bot doing all that work for you. You can have a bot answering people to your posts, your Facebook lives, even Facebook ads if you're doing them while you are sleeping. So you can have things ticking around in the background going on, people getting information from you, sending a link to your calendar, maybe booking into your calendar, and you wake up in the morning and you've had people that have been attended to. So this is the beautiful thing about automation on social media. So one of the things that we want to grow into on social media is automation, but not at the expense of you building relationships with people. This is one of the downfalls that I see with people getting excited about bots and wanting to use bots in their business and thinking of all the advantages about, if the bot can do the work for me, then I'm not tied to my business so much. And, that's the answer to all my prayers. It's not the answer to all your prayers if you don't know what your brand is, you don't have good content creation out there on social media, you're here, there, and everywhere. Hi, Lynn. You're not consistent on social media. You don't do consistent lives. You don't do consistent posts. You're talking about here, this, that, and everything else. Hi, Gloria. And you just don't have yourself sorted out. A bot isn't going to help you. So you don't want to introduce a bot if you don't have all the foundations of your presence on social media, growing your influence on social media, having attraction marketing strategies, down pat. Well, not down pat, but, using them in your business, because it's not going to help you. You want to consider a bot when you have a bit of an audience, there are people responding to posts and ads and things of yours that you don't have time to respond to. Up until that point, hi Edith, up until that point, you want to be building relationships yourself. I had a post that I put a bot on ages ago, like, I don't know, 18 months ago or so, a couple of years ago, first in my journey, and I ended up turning it off because I could see a huge missing link with connecting and building relationships with people. So at any opportunity you want to think while you're building a profile and while you're building an audience and building a brand, you want to be doing it in person. You want to be talking to people individually in Messenger and getting to know them and helping answer their problems. So bots are amazing. They can bring in some automation to your business, absolutely, but I wouldn't use them unless you're ready to use them because you've got a lot of people to talk to. Would I advise that you learn about them? Yes. Would I advise that you learn what they do and how you can use them so when you're ready that you can use them? Absolutely yes. You shouldn't be burying your head in the sand with something like messenger bots. You want to learn about them. You want to learn how to use them and the capabilities of them. And any of you doing Facebook ads that are getting a really good response to it, you want to think about connecting a bot to it as well. So there's all sorts of reasons why you might want to use bots, and I would highly encourage you to learn all the capabilities of bots. You can use bots and have an automated message to your messenger without having automation on posts or ads or things like that. So there's things that you can do now that are not going to hurt your business. They're actually going to get to people quicker. Okay, so I've got an automated message that says, thanks for connecting. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, blah, blah, blah. It's all automated through my bot. So I'm letting people know I'm coming. I'm going to get back to you. Here's some free training while you're waiting. So you're attending to people and looking after people. So at a minimum, you could do that. Now, some myths around bots that I just want to sort of share with you is it's not complicated code or anything like that. It's actually very simple to use when you know how. So it's just a matter of getting some step-by-step training of knowing how to implement that. And I can help you with that. And so it's not a matter of complicated code at all. It's really, really quite simple to use. And no, you do not need a full-blown website to use messenger bots. You don't need a website. You need a little piece of software and a business page. So I am highlighting here that it is, something that you want to explore if you've got a business page. So this is where you can do a post on your business page and have a call to action, but the bot gives the call to action. And then on that bot, you might have other options for them. Would you like to talk in person? Yes, here's a link to my calendar. Yes, like this could all be automated from you. Like how cool is that? So there's lots of things. So what is bot? And there you must have missed the beginning of the live. So just go and watch the replay. But just in very simple terminology, it's automated messaging. So instead of you replying to everybody on every post, if you're doing Facebook ads, like comments and stuff like that, you've got some automation set up in the background that responds to people immediately. The capabilities of messenger bots are amazing, and you can start this journey for free. Don't say sorry, it's all right. You can start the journey for free. So this time next week, I'm doing a beginner bot bootcamp. If you want to learn all things bots, if you want to learn just about what they do, what they are, the capabilities of them, how you can use them, how you can connect them to a post, how you can connect them to a Facebook ad, and all the beautiful things that you can do with bots, then join us next week in my beginner bot bootcamp. Now, to get access to that, you have to be in my online crew coaching community, and you can get in there for $1. Okay, so I've got a link above with spaces in it. So you just need to copy that link and put it in Google, but take the spaces out. Facebook doesn't like clickable links. So I haven't made it a clickable link deliberately, but that's what the link is. You just need to take the spaces out. Hey, Edith. Mel, woo woo, can't wait for the bootcamp. It's going to be really cool. So those of you that are clueless to bots, you don't know what they are, you don't know how you can use them in your business, or maybe you've got to a stage where you thought, I could really use some automation, not to replace building a relationship, but just for some options. Would you like to talk to me? Would you like some free training? Would you like to set up a Zoom call? Would you, whatever, you can have all those options set up on an automated messenger bot and lead people to where they want to go and be very helpful instantaneously while you are sleeping. Hey, Judy and Bob, yes, more stuff to learn. And it does get a little bit technical. And, you could go and get the software and try to work it out yourself. But something like this, I would highly advise that you have somebody holding your hand and doing a tutorial based thing, going, okay, this is what you need to do here. This is what we need to connect here. This is how we set the menu up here. So if you want some guidance and some actual step-by-step, actions to follow to set it up properly, that's what I'm going to go for through next week in the Beginner Bot Bootcamp. So it's a great opportunity for you to learn the basics about bots. And as I said, how to utilize them, how you can bring them into your business. So as you grow your brand, as you grow your influence on social media, as you grow the relationships that you build and the people that are interacting with you and engaging with you, as you develop more stuff, you might have a quick little PDF document that has got some good tips on it that you want to share with your audience. So instead of you saying something like, if you would like access to that document, just let me know below, and then you got 20 people that you're sending individual messages to, your bot can do it for you. So people get instantaneous responses, which is important, particularly on social media, that people don't get left behind. They don't, and with that, without getting left behind, it's not only time-wise, we don't necessarily see all the notifications as to where you are. You've got your personal profile, you might have a business page, you might have groups. So you think of everything that I've got going on. I've got my business page here. I've got my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So there's over 900 people there. I've got my branding group, which, the people that do my branding course. I've got my online crew coaching group. I've just got stuff happening everywhere. So my notifications get full very quickly, and I don't always see everything that people tag me in or all the notifications. But if I've got a bot running in the background that can take care of people or give them options to get them the information that they want, they're being looked after when I potentially could have missed the notification. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you see the power in learning about bots? Now, the good thing about bots is they're Facebook friendly. There was a time where we were a little bit curious about Facebook and their relationship with bots because the software has to hook in. Hey, Matt, the software has to hook in with Facebook. So if Facebook doesn't like messenger bots, then we've got a bit of a problem with using them. But Facebook is very pro messenger bots. So it's very easy for you to connect that software. And this is all the stuff that I'm going to show you in the bootcamp next week. So if you're in my coaching community next week, so it'll be Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. If you're in US, Canada, if you're in Australia and UK, it'll be Wednesday, like Thursday, Friday. Roughly hour and a half each of those days, straight after I do my normal live video. I am half an hour late today in this video. If you're watching the replay, that wouldn't matter to you, but I am a little bit late today because I had to host a webinar where I was reviewing people's Facebook ads just before. But it happens 45 minutes after my normal live time. We can go straight into the bootcamp and I can teach you all things bots. So who wants to learn about bots? Let me know. I'm curious as to whether you guys know what bots are, whether you're curious to learn about them, whether it's something that you've thought, yeah, I'd love some automation in my business because I'm getting to that stage where I've got a lot of things going on, or maybe you've got a traditional job and you work a lot and you're building your business on the side and you can't always respond to people in a timely manner. So when that's the case, bots can be really good for you. So as saying, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Here's access to some free training in the meantime. You can give people options. Hey Wanda, how are you? Good to see you on. So all those things, bots, that's what I'm going to step you through. So it's very difficult sometimes to navigate this kind of technology and the steps and knowing all the capabilities that they can do on your own. So when you can learn from somebody that's already using them, and I don't even use them to their fullest potential, because you do need, I will say this, you do need a computer. Okay, so I'm not saying I don't have a computer, but when I use my computer and I go live here, all sorts of things go wrong. My screen freezes. Those of you that were on the video last week where I was announcing the video challenge winners, I did that on my computer because I wanted to see your comments, and it froze all the time. So I have limited capabilities because of my internet. So sometimes, there's limitations, but if you've got a computer, you do need a computer. There are limited options via a mobile using messenger bots or an iPad. So you really need to use a computer to set yourself up with bots properly. So if you're going to join us in the bootcamp next week, and those of you in my online crew coaching community, as long as your membership is up to date, you are completely covered. This is all included in your membership. Okay? Michael, sounds interesting. Know of them and have an auto reply set up on my page, but that's it at the moment. And that's a good thing about pages, is you can have the automated reply to sending you a message, but it's limited capabilities compared to what a bot can do. A bot can send people in all different directions. It can have a link to your calendar and all. There's all just different capabilities that you can do through a bot that you just can't do through your page. So if you would like to learn all about bots and what they do and how to set it up and have my guidance and step-by-step instructions as to how to set it all up, then join us next week in the Beginner Bot Bootcamp. So as I mentioned before, the link is above. If you're not already in my online coaching community, then you just put that link in Google, just take the spaces out so it's actually a clickable link. You can get into my coaching community for $1 for a trial period, and then if you don't want to stay in, there's no lock-in periods to my online crew coaching community. You can get out when you want. So it's just something that I think is important, something that I'm trying to embrace a little bit more of, and I'm trying to solve internet problems and computer problems so I can utilize it better. I know people's businesses that have skyrocketed just by the introduction of bots because their volume justified it. So I will say again, a massive warning: do not implement bots unless you really have a need for them, because there's nothing that replaces human interaction and building relationships on social media in, as real as we could possibly get it. Some people come online thinking, I want to automate everything and that's going to solve all my problems, and then you totally miss the human interaction. That's why I said earlier in this live, I started out with a bot 18 months, 2 years ago. I ended up turning it off because I was missing building relationships with people by messaging them personally. So it's just something that I want to, I guess, give you caution around. You don't want to introduce it at the expense of building true relationships with people on social media, because nothing replaces that. And it's the one thing that, well, there's lots of things, but a key thing that people miss on social media is, you know, people think I can go live and I'll talk to a whole lot of people at once and then everybody's going to want my thing. Or just grow a profile on social media and go live 7 days a week and do posts 5 times a day and like everyone will just flock to me. Like, it just doesn't work that way. You have to build a brand. You have to have a content creation strategy. You have to talk about similar content, you know, regularly so people know what you're about. You have to build relationships with people and create a sense of community on social media before you really want to go into the automation. So it is a really good thing to do. You can introduce some things early, but in a limited capacity, and then build on it later. But I would highly suggest that you learn about them, learn the capabilities of them. So when you see opportunities, that I'll be really good if I had a bot taking care of that, that, you know how to do that. Or that you can watch the replay of my training and my coaching community, go, okay, now I'm ready for bots. I'm going to follow that training and set it all up properly. Okay, so I just want to give you that opportunity to get into the beginner bot bootcamp next week. Those of you in my online career coaching community, you're already looked after. So I look forward to delivering that to you next week so you can learn about all things bots. Okay? That's all I wanted to talk about today. So I will be back with my normal live time tomorrow. Sorry about the interruption today, just hosting that webinar, so I was a little bit later today. I will see you same time, same place tomorrow.